Good morning guys, and welcome to the video. We are in beautiful Sanur on the beach. Today we are going to hit a jet ski session. The weather is beautiful, sunny, warm. I'm looking forward to it, so it's going to be a fun freaking video. Follow along. Alright guys, we are getting some lunch in on the beautiful beach by Sanur. Perfect weather today. I don't think you could get a better place to have lunch right now. Truly blessed to be living in the place that I am, and to be able to do these things just in the middle of the week. It's a true blessing, and something I'm very, very grateful for. So the meal situation post jet ski annihilation, I've got my chicken satay skewers, very common Indonesian dish, with a side of steamed rice and one of these nuts. I'm actually starving. I had breakfast this morning, but that jet ski session was like cardio the whole time, so I'm pretty smoked. I know this was a different style of video for what I normally do, but I wanted to mix it up, and I want to have a bit more of a blend on my channel. So let me know what you guys think. If you want to say, Jackson, we don't give a shit about what you do in your personal life, we just want you to teach us stuff, that's perfectly cool. I'd rather you guys let me know so I can give you the most value that I possibly can. But if you guys like a little bit more of a mix and not so much educational stuff, and maybe a bit more day in the life and just what I'm getting up to in Bali, then let me know if you like these style of videos. Of course, I'm still going to be hitting you with the training, the nutrition, and the informational stuff, because educating and teaching is a massive passion of mine, but I think it's also cool to have a mix. So, what is up guys? So as promised, I'm going to answer some of the questions that were sent through about my move to Bali. So first question, why did I move to Bali? Well, basically I was just very unsatisfied with my lifestyle back at home in Perth. And it ended up with me going into a pretty dark mental place for a little bit of time. So I was working as an online coach, and this would basically consist of 5 to 6 hours a day by myself in my lounge room behind a laptop with zero human interaction face to face. Now I love coaching, but it is a lonely job, and basically I just found myself feeling very, very isolated, and outside of sort of my 2 hours in the gym, I just wasn't having really any human interactions, and that was causing me to sort of go pretty deep into my thoughts, and go to some places that I probably don't really want to be in when I'm sort of just by myself. My thoughts in my mind was basically running wild, and I just started questioning sort of what am I doing with my life? Is this what I want to be doing for the next 10 or however many years? And I needed a change. I wanted to be in an environment where, number one, I could be around people, because I do my best work when I'm interacting with people. And secondly, to be in an environment where I am inspired to do work. Now, Bali is exactly that. It's a place where I can be around people who are also motivated and working on their own businesses. And it also has the perfect lifestyle for me. It's sunny, it's warm, the Asian culture and the people is extremely friendly and extremely welcoming, and it's a place where I just feel very much at home. And I've only been here for basically a month now, but I can say without a shadow of a doubt that it's one of the best things that I've ever did for my mental state and my well-being. Second question, how much does it cost to live where you are in Bali? So in our villa where we are, we both pay, me and Nick who are here at the moment, we pay around about $1,000 a month. Now that might sound cheap, that might sound expensive, but you've got to consider that also includes all bills, like an amazing villa with massive space, and it includes our groceries for breakfast and dinner. It also includes Booty, who does all our cleaning, our laundry, prepares our meals for us, cleans our rooms. So when you look at it like that way, it's actually extremely cheap. And if you were trying to get those sort of services and that sort of accommodation in Perth, you'd be looking at 2 to 3 times that at least. Next question, how were you able to fly to Bali? You can leave Australia, you can travel, you just can't go back after a short period of time. So the reason I was able to fly to Bali is because I applied for an exemption with the Australian government to basically say that I was leaving and I wasn't coming back for at least 3 months. So you can't pop over for a few weeks and then come back, you've got to be going for a long time. Now Bali doesn't have any tourist visas, but they do have business visas. So because I was coming for business purposes, I was able to apply for a business visa, and that grants me at least 6 months here before I need to basically renew it. And I also had to do a quarantine on my arrival to Indonesia in Jakarta for 7 days, which wasn't too bad, but you also had to do a shitload of COVID tests. That brings us to our next question, which is, what is the COVID like in Bali? Now, according to the statistics, it's pretty damn prevalent, but in terms of day-to-day life, the only difference I can notice is that some Bali areas like Kuta are quieter than usual, but there are basically no restrictions apart from mask wearing here. And even the mask wearing is not really enforced. Like, we don't wear them in the gym, we don't wear them at bars or restaurants. No one's really going to pull you up on it if you're not wearing them. I do think the media has probably overhyped the COVID situation in Bali, acting like it's some sort of ghost town, but it really isn't that bad at all. There are still plenty of areas that are still super busy with foreigners. Moving on to the next question, which is a good one. Why Bali and not Japan? So if you've been following me for a minute, you know that I love Japan. And when COVID does go away, I suspect I'll be visiting there at least sort of once per year. Why I didn't move to Japan is for a few reasons. The main ones being the visa situation is more complicated, the cost of living is substantially higher, and Japan just isn't a very fitness friendly place. Especially from a dieting perspective,
finding lean cuts of meat or lean protein sources is basically impossible. And as a side note, Japanese girls also think I'm a 1 out of 10 from what I can gather. Next question, best and worst parts of living in Bali versus Australia. This will be the last question. It's a pretty good one. I don't want this to drag out super long. So the best parts would be the lifestyle and the weather here for me. So like it's 30 degrees every day. Even though I work every morning, it still feels like I'm on holiday, if that makes sense. I look forward to every day. I don't have to wait for the weekend to come around before I actually start enjoying myself. I also love the people here. Asian cultures are just very kind and selfless, much kinder than Australians or Americans. So I definitely say that as well is a big positive. The worst thing would be being away from friends and family, especially after losing a very close family member last week. Not being near them was very difficult. Other hard things, Indonesia doesn't allow access to anime lab, so that for me is also quite upsetting. I'm going to wrap up the Q&A there for now, but I'm sure we'll have some in future episodes. I do thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you are enjoying the Bali vlog series. I've got plenty more good stuff to come. If you enjoyed the video, please, if you could subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one.